Okay, so I'm listening to War of the Worlds, and it's an H.G. Wells book, and that's the one thing that's so brilliant about Orson Welles was that this was mostly constructed with words. You know, a writer goes off to a quiet place. Sometimes Samuel Beckett wrote in a war. He wrote Waiting for Godot while he was at war, and he kept the play in a backpack, and he was actually, at war when he wrote that book. He was in a war. But H.G. Wells, I'm assuming, probably went away or went somewhere in a quiet place, and he wrote War of the Worlds. And it was he did a lot of writers go to a private place, and they are their own room, and they write these stories. And what's good about it is not the words. It's not the story that's good about it, but it's the action of them sitting down quietly, at peace, probably with themselves to a certain extent. There may be some more going on inside. But regardless of this war going on inside, or peace, they write these words down, because they use words. Some use pictures and words or drawings or whatever. And they construct this story on their own from their minds and their hearts, and they spill it out on paper, maybe even in their spirit too. And that's what's beautiful about it. It's the fact that they're on their own doing it. They can collaborate, I guess, too, but it's coming from their point of view, I guess is what I'm saying. Even if they collaborate, it's still coming from their point of view. They're seeing it, and they're making sure it gets on paper. It's a message. It's a letter. It doesn't matter what form it's in. It's still a letter, and it's a message to you. And it's the way that they give you that message, because you don't have to read it. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to come off the page and harm you. You choose to read the words. But Orson Welles decided to take this book and then turn this into a broadcast and make it's like a play in the radio. But the beauty of also of Orson Welles is that, he is a science fiction book that he transformed into a play for radio, and he took his time to find parts of the book to deliver a message through radio waves, which did harm people. Because people took it too serious. They didn't know it was fake. They didn't know it was fantasy, or that it was just pretend. But he was pretending, and so were all the actors. They did it very well. One of the best parts of it is when this character, and I have to go back to really analyze it, but the character is talking about how he's not going to give in to the aliens, and that he's going to live. But he's also talking about how he's not going to be fattened and trained like an ox, to be a slave to these aliens. That he's not going to be, I think he says the words fattened and trained or bred or fattened and trained like an ox, to be used, like become a slave. And then he's rebelling and he's saying, I'm going to live. Boy, I gotta pick up the nightmare here. All right, anyway, bye-bye.